Welcome back to Vintage Story. I'm Jeremiah, and this is the second installment of Vintage Story. Now, we just took a nice nap, and, well, shucks by the looks of it, still quite a lot of nighttime outside, which is fine because what I need to do is scour this land to try and find myself some more food that isn't just a lot of berries, because like other more survival wild video games and game modes and the like, you need a balanced diet just like you do in real life, of your grains, your fruits, your proteins, etc., and your vegetables. Now, the thing is, all I've got right now are really my berries. Got some grain here and some vegetable that I can eat to try and alleviate all that. But it's just not going to keep me well saturated here, because 1,337 saturation out of 1,500, not a whole lot. And as you can see, it's just primarily on the fruit, which I need to balance that out a little bit so I can get some more hit points to take on the wolves and other such things at a later time. Now, I'm reckoning that it shouldn't be too bad out here. You definitely don't generally want to spend a whole lot of time outside of your house during the wee morning, because you'll still end up finding things like drifters and whatnot. Ooh, it's bighorn sheep. Let's see, carrots, none of which are ripe. Ooh, the wind's coming in quite nicely. Let's see. No, I don't want to kill you just yet. Should probably get myself some more cattail. You never know when you need more of it. Oh, bugger. There goes the knife. Well, what I do need to do is gather myself up some more sticks. Let's go over here. This looks more promising, because sticks are the building block of life. Or maybe that's actually society. I forget which. Ooh, some red currant, cranberries. Can't say no to that. Here we go, here's some branchy leaves. Not the only one. Oh hey, we got a sapling. Didn't we? Here it is. More cranberries. Let's see. What are you? Could always use some more flint. More yews. Some sticks just laying here on the floor. Don't mind if I do. Now, what are you? More carrots, but unfortunately none of that is actually ripe, because if you break it before it's ripe, it doesn't actually guarantee giving you the produce that it is, and may or may not give you the seeds, I think. So it's always best to just kind of let them grow and do their own thing until they're fully mature. Now another thing I want to do around here is maybe find some surface minerals, because copper is the very first metal, you would say, that you get started on, which you then eventually turn into bronze and other sorts of things. But for that, we need pickaxes and all these other complex tools. And all I find, of course, is just berries and berries. Kinda strange though, I haven't found a drifter. They usually like hiding anywhere near a cave during the daytime. Let's see, craft myself a couple more knives. Never hurts to have a kniffy. Break some more horsetail. Wait, no, not horsetail. Sorry, but cattail. I'm not sure what's up with people calling plants by the tails of random animals, but it is what it is, I guess, right? Let's see. Cranberry bush? Sure. More flint. Let's see. Anything over here? Nope. Oh, some blueberries. Yeah. Wow, this is just not going for me. I haven't had this much bad luck trying to find some stuff. Oh, hey, some mushrooms. And, of course, some horsetail. Now, this stuff is what you can do. You mix it with your horse... No, you take your horsetail and you mix it with your cattail, I think. And you can make some poultice, which I mentioned in the last video. This stuff's really important for early game, otherwise you're just going to be screwed to no end, just like the rest of 2020. And, let's see. Fly agaric. Common knowledge tells me that red mushrooms are not safe to eat, because they're toadstools instead of mushrooms. Or the fungus. It is so weird. All these different kinds of plants and whatnot. Feels really immersive though. Let's see. Yeah, this is not a tall tree. Oh, what's this? Leaking pine log with resin. Ooh. What if I just harvest that? What can I do with you? Laminar wood. Oh, something's attacking me. Oh, crap. Wow. I am hurting bad. That is like really, really, really bad. Alright, let's hopefully not die embarrassingly, but rather yeah, get him. Come on, should be dead pretty soon here. Whoa. Whoa, crap. Getting jacked up. Haha, you can't reach me now. You can't do anything about that. Yeah, I know it's not fair, but so be it. Now, I'm gonna just try and empty out some of my inventory space here by eating some of my food. That gets me saturated enough. Now, if I harvest this, I should get some meat. That's a lot of meat. Let's see. Don't really need the bones, but the lump of fat I think is quite useful, and then the raw hides, you can actually oil those. And let's see, what's on you? Bighorn sheep. I didn't realize these things could do so much damage. Now, we get 3 large oiled hides, 28 pieces of red meat. Now that's a crazy large amount. I'm not used to getting that much meat on a given kill. But I guess the game saw fit to do that for me. Ooh, that's a nice orange-ish bronze-colored block. I wonder what kind of rock that is. You know, it might actually be something like granite. I'll have to run over there next and check it out. Ooh, some caves. Spooky stuff. Oh, here you are. What do you got for me? I could buy some things, but you know, that all requires me to have gears, and you get gears by killing the drifters. And the harder the drifter is, because they come in various different levels, then it determines how much of a higher chance you have of getting it. Because you could kill like 20 of your normal drifters you find overnight and not get a single gear, as compared to if you were to kill something like the nightmare versions of them or whatever, then you'd get plenty of it. Alright, now to find my way over to the orange rock, which is just as simple as not falling on water and just running over here. Who knew it could be so hard to just move around, you know? Oh hey, that's a fox. Almost there. Let's see, what are you? Oh, bauxite. And granite. Interesting, because I thought granite was more of an orange. Oh, and then we've got chalk. I think chalk is... let's see. Turns into lime. And... oh, you get lime water. And what you get with that is making the leathered soaked hide and for leather working, because oiling these hides turns them into chunks of leather, and I think you could turn it into the next step, the better quality, by putting it in lime. Oh, ooh. That's a bit of a fall. Looks crushed. Won't be able to harvest as much from this. Let's see. What can we get from you? Anything? Absolutely nothing. It's weird that you just have these random dead bunnies laying around. Just a single piece of red meat. I guess something's better than nothing, right? Now, this is a pretty nice hilly location. And let's see if I can't get... ooh, that's a weird sound. What are you, a raccoon? Look about it. Yep. I'll just leave you alone for now. Now, the question is, where'd I end up? Because... here's home. here I'm at. So what I want to do is actually make my way back home a little. Oh, you see the gears starting to spin counterclockwise. That means if I were to spend too much time here, I'd end up going to that hellish temporal place. Not something I want to have to deal with, to be honest. But if I just keep moving, I think I'll eventually get out of it. Now, something I have noticed while playing is that a lot of creatures like hiding in the forest, like this, especially wolves. And that's just like a whole lot of nope. I need to be like better prepared before I even consider fighting off wolves, because them suckers will nearly one-shot you. And if you've got, oh, I don't know, 3, 4 of them coming after you, that's some scary stuff, man. Oh, and to boot, they run faster than you, so you can't even outrun them. They'll just catch up to you, and really the only way that you can reliably farm them is by getting them caught up in like a local lake and stabbing them with your spear while they're outside of range. That's like the only way I've found to reliably do it, because yeah, they're just too overpowered, man. Wow. Just all this beautiful scenery. It's amazing. Medium fertility soil. It's just all over the place. Should probably eat some more food. Get some more cranberries. Almost there. What are you? Loose meteoritic iron pieces. Suvite stones. Interesting. I am going to mark on the map right here iron, because this is interesting. It is gray, not a color. Let's go for white then. Because iron, I think, is like the highest tier you can get, I think. But I could be completely wrong about that. Wow, another dead hare. Partially eaten by another creature. A couple more chunks of red meat. Let's see. Cracked vessel. What do we get? Black coal. And nuggets of cassiterite. Ooh, this is the stuff that you make tin out of. It's fine, that'll just throw away a slightly beat up knife. I could always just make more of them. Now, I think I actually ended up accidentally running past my home, so I need to backtrack myself just a little. Shouldn't be too far away. It's not this puddle, but this one over here, I think. This is where I set up camp. Right? No, it's actually... Actually, where is it? Oh, I'm just on the other side of the hill. Whoops. You know, these kind of things happen. Like, what can you do about it? Still don't understand, like, why there's floating islands. I don't know, the randomness, I guess. And there's my humble abode. Now, first, what I'm going to do is line up, let's see, red currant. I can actually stack the currant bushes. I'll just place this maple sapling out of here, out of the way, and get some more grass, because you can make the hay blocks. And now that I think of it, I don't quite remember what else I could do with them besides making a bed. But I need to, you know, clear some space for my bushes. Because you can't stack your cranberries and your other normal berries, but you can stack your currants. Now there is a piece of grass back here, I want to say it was, that was slightly yellow tinted. I think it might have been ripe, but I might have been wrong because I'm not seeing it. Yeah, might have missed it. Oh well. It's all a matter of finding more and more crops as you go along. It's all part of surviving. Alright, let's see. What do we need in here? We'll take our red meat, and we'll take, let's say, a good chunk of our firewood. And then if I press X, I can just reignite this fire with my torch, which will start cooking the meat, which will take a while. Then I'll have the time to come run over to one of these trees over here and just start whacking away at it. Now, I think what I'm going to do is stick to just chopping down pine for now. So I've got to walk over here. I think I saw one. None of those are pine. Ooh, turnips. Funny how you just stumble upon these kind of things. Some good old vegetables. Oh, there's the goats. Oh, those trees are way out in the distance. A trek's a trek. A little walking never hurt anybody. Right? Just swimming in the water. It's kind of funny though that the torch doesn't go out even though it's submerged in water. I don't know. Not the one that made the game. Oh hey. It's a rooster. Now I wonder what would happen if I were to... Oh wow, that's what happens. I mean, not really a big surprise per se, but it is what it is, right? Alright, and if you've got a tool that's partially used and doesn't have enough, what's it called? Enough durability to break it down an entire tree, once you get past a certain point, it'll just like break the tool and then leave whatever amount of the tree is left that you couldn't break. So that way it doesn't just leave you with an ugly tree laying around. Now these carrots are almost done, so I'll have to come back for them probably in about a day or two. Then, let's see, actually I want to know, what can I do with my dry grass? Ingredient for body armor. Alright, so if I were to grab enough firewood and take a knife to some stuff, let's see. Just make as much firewood as possible, I guess. Just kind of throw that back in there. And then we just kind of throw a generous amount in. Improvised body armor. Whoops, I didn't mean to throw you. Now, there we go. That should help protect me from wild creatures and the liking just a little bit. Because these bighorn rams, they do a lot of damage. Kind of surprised by that actually. Alright, let's see. Still cooking. Fresh for 8.5 days, or just about. Gotta plant my turnip, eat some more food probably. And what I want to do is throw this stuff in here, because there's no sense in carrying it around if I can't use it immediately. Now, I've got a shovel, and around here in the world you'll find clay, which you use to mold things out of clay, I think. Oh, here's some over here. And that helps you progress by giving you the molds to fire tools and other useful items like crocks and bowls and pots, which help you cook things. I'll show you here in a little bit once I finish grabbing up this clay that you can actually just do all sorts of fun things with them. Just a few more blocks, I'd say. That should be enough right here. Whoops. There we go. Might as well grab the resin while I'm at it. No sense in not. Now, over yonder. Over yonder. A couple of bunnies. Oh, them are fast buggers. Can't exactly just catch up to them. Kinda unfortunate. And just place some of this firewood here. Drop off the resin there. Ooh, red meat. That's actually quite satiating. Top it off with some berries. Now, here, let's say we could make a watering can if we needed. Here's all the molds for your tools and whatnot. Now, what I need first is going to end up being pots, I think. Yeah. I'll make a set of 4 pots. Now, clay forming is a little different than knapping. It's actually a bit more space specific. But if I just duplicate the layers just a little, and by pressing F brings up that menu that helps you choose between what you want to do with it, which is very helpful because it gets tedious when you've got to fill in all this square without anything bigger than a 1x1, and it won't let you progress until you finish each and every single layer. So you never have to worry about forgetting something at like the very beginning, because it's always going to let you know, like right there, these don't need to be there, and actually won't let you move on if you don't take them out, which is, like I said, quite handy. Now, the only real downside to clay forming is that it can get really tedious when the layers aren't the exact same time after time. But like this, I can just duplicate the layer and keep holding down this, and that'll keep doing it until they're finished making pots. Almost there. I think I've only got... oh. Alright. Need to go back to the 1x1. Almost there. I think it's just these last few items to fill in here. Now the pot, if I recall correctly, is used... Oh, we're going to need some more firewood. What you do with it is you end up firing it, and you can actually cook things in it. So here, if we fire the pot real quick and throw in some extra horsetail that we don't need, eat a little bit, you know, gotta stay nutritionized. Let's see, 17, which is 5 o'clock, so not quite the end of the day yet. And after this first one here, what I'll be able to do is actually cook food. And the recipes, I think, are pretty simple. Let's see. If I take, let's see, a pot. Ooh, which one are you? Not a flower pot, a fired one. Actually, no, it's going to be in the guide for meal making. So here it lists out the pot and 6 portions in each. Meat stew, first 2 must be meat. Additional, maybe extra meat. Soybeans or eggs. Interesting. Alright, now that I've got this, let's make 6 servings of that. Can't do anything with that. What about... Nope. Can't do anything with that either. But what this will do is create a stew, which is going to be like just ultra nutritious. And what I'm going to want to do is actually build myself a bowl, otherwise you can't eat out of it. Kind of funny, like you would think you'd just be able to eat straight out of the pot, because, well, you don't live with a family or whatever, and so who cares how you eat your food and whatnot, but apparently somebody cares. Can't let you be too uncivilized now. Looks like I'm probably going to need just a little bit more firewood. Alright, what happens if I just make one of these? What can you do with it? Oh, it's just a quick and easy little block you can break. I'll probably end up replacing that for the dirt that I've had in place. Armor stand, wooden bed, straw mummy. What is this? Interesting. I don't know why you would need a straw dummy, but I guess. Now, can I turn this back to grass? Yes. Yes, I can. Oh, look at that. It's getting a little bit late. And look at that. We're almost done cooking our first thing, a stew. This is one of the big moving up in life for Vintage Stories, having your meal just ready for you. Look at all that protein, 840 saturation. Well, I best fire up the bowl so I can show you guys what it's like to scoop things out. But while that's doing that, I'm going to grab some more horsetail so I can make another few baskets, because they're quite useful until you move on to the next tier of items. Or not next tier necessarily, but the next storage option, because I think there's a different thing you can make. I'm pretty sure it's with clay, where you can store specifically food in it, which is quite helpful. fact, let's look at it real quick. Ah yes, your storage vessel. Your grains and your vegetables get to go in there. Now, we'll eventually need a crucible whenever we find our lucky amount of copper, which we'll need 20 nuggets to make a single ingot, and a single ingot gives us what is essentially a single tool head, except in the later stage tools where you might need like a second ingot. Oh, it's getting dark. Should probably head back before dark things start coming after us. Don't want any of that. And did you finish firing? Yes. Alright, so you take your bowl and you take your hot pot of cooked food and you right click on it, and now even if you don't have enough of a empty bar to fill up an entire thing, don't worry about it, because you'll eat as much as you need to with your bowl with meal, which is actually quite useful, so that way you don't overeat. Not even sure if that would do anything bad to you in the first place, but is what it is. Oh hey, that actually gives me the last basket I needed to carry more space. How convenient. Well, since how it's getting pretty dark, I should probably go to bed. Anyway, have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye.